Yes, my name is Liam Granger. I'm the Managing Director of SoftWire Systems. We are delighted to be sponsoring the second GDevCon ANZ, and we obviously are very excited that everyone has come to Sydney, which is our host city, our home city. When I look back at the first event that we had, which was about 18 months ago, it really was a good event. Well done to the committee for organising it. Really enjoyed the fact that we had a lot of great presentations. People made a real effort, I think, for that event like they have today, to put on some good presentations. Especially remember the one by Chris Vergona on speed with LabVIEW, and I'm looking forward to his one today with Karina. I do recall it was greatly appreciated the NI presence we had last time. Nancy was able to come out and join us, and I'm really pleased that we have NI joining us again this time around. And what was, I think, really important for us at the time is we'd come out of the pandemic, and I weren't doing a lot in Australia at the time, and it was the first chance we had as a community to come together and connect, and it was a fantastic way to do so. From the point of view of SoftWire Systems, we had a great event. We really enjoyed it. We obviously reconnected with people in the community who we hadn't seen or talked to in a while, and we made some really good new connections, which is important for us, and made the event worthwhile for us. What I really enjoyed with that event, we had a lot of our staff join us, and it was really clear to them that there is a community of LabVIEW developers out there, whether you're using DAC for a university project or whether you're doing, active framework for a test system for a defence, an aerospace. There is a career pathway for working with LabVIEW. So if you do like it and you're good at it, then you can make a profession out of it, and it's a really good tool for your professional development. So a little bit about SoftWire Systems. So primarily we provide systems integration services to Australian engineers to help automate their processes, like your typical alliance company, NI alliance company. We use LabVIEW, Testan, and NI hardware. And we do that with test and automation, product and process development, and also through manufacturing. And it's the manufacturing which is a key part of most of what we do these days and where we concentrate most of our effort upon. We have a lot of experience in designing, building and integrating production systems. And this can be production stations for one customer who has one particular need, or in some cases we're actually building production stations for an entire production line. And that can also include not only test systems, it can include assembly stations, and it can include kiosk style applications where the customer is trying to collect data, which is obviously very important for manufacturing these days. And that data is a core part of what we offer as well, in the sense that we have the ability to deliver data management systems as well. So often a customer will come to us and say, we want you to build a new production line, we want you to build the production stations, but we also want you to build the data management infrastructure. And that's through a tool which we use called Beams, which I'll talk about in a later slide. One of the areas where we've grown over the last couple of years is we've formed a really good relationship with some contacts in China who are making these fantastic production-ready machines, which you can pretty much get off the shelf and work with straight away. And we're able to rebadge them and sell them here on what we call the SWA framework. And these systems are amazing. They come with conveyor, safety, SMEMA communication for upstream and downstream processes or machines. The core of it is essentially an XYZ gantry with a laser and a camera, which is all plugged in and ready to go. We have our own LabVIEW software that integrates all the motion and the vision and the safety and all of the bits that make that thing work. It has a whole lot of I/O that we can use as well, and it's just ready for customization for your own particular process. So if you're in a position where you want to produce a high volume machine for whatever process you have, we can give you this that's going to give you 90% of the way there. It's just a matter of their encoding in that specific process, that customization that you need in order to use that machine. That's a machine that we've used in a number of applications around the world. We're using them for plasma dispensing machines with one of our customers who's based in the US. So we're supporting machines that they're supplied to their customers in North America, in Mexico and the US. And we're also supporting those machines in Europe. I've just come back from 6 weeks in Europe doing some work on one of these machines, or two of these machines, one in Holland and one in Austria. We're also using these machines for local manufacturers, using them for die sorting machines where there's a draw version of these where you can pick die off a wafer. That's the die sorting process. We're also using it for the same customer where we're taking those die, which are passed through conveyor, and then putting them onto a substrate. These machines are commonly used for conformal coding, where you can load a PCB in there, use the camera, get your alignment right, and then run a toolpath to spray your juice, whatever you want to, over the top of your product. And they're also used a lot in jet dispensing. So, for Australian manufacturers, trying to build a machine like this from scratch is going to take many man years and a lot of money, and it's something that we can offer much cheaper and much quicker. So I talked a little bit before about our data management offerings. So we have a product called Beams, which is our cloud-based MES. This is a standalone product. We're able to provide that to customers, which already has information, which already has the tools for them to manage their processes and their workflows, record equipment information, calibration, configuration, etc., and also store your test results. It is fully customizable, so usually we'll take that, we'll give that to a customer, we'll find out what their specific needs are for their particular manufacturing operations, and then we're able to deliver that along with these production stations, and we like to call that a frictionless integration, where a customer can come to us and say, hey, we want to build some production stations and we want to build a new line, we want to manage all that data, and we can do all that as a lead integrator ourselves. Our cloud team are very strong. They're also used, they use Microsoft Azure, and we've used them for a lot of other solutions outside of our cloud-based MES. Typically, we're used for data storage or data processing type applications, maybe a web application which allows them to take data that's already been stored and do some form of processing on it. But one of the other areas that's quite interesting is where we have customers who will have an instrument, they'll develop a VI, a virtual instrument in LabVIEW, and then they'll set that in a lab, and then they'll want to be able to control and monitor that from a remote location. So we can provide them that Azure platform and a web page to control and monitor their instrument via communication to the LabVIEW application. So in essence, that Azure interface is a virtual VI. Call it VVI if you want. So in terms of us, so we're Australia-wide. As Pete mentioned, we have staff in Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide and Hobart. We are supporting a number of international projects. One of the guys who was meant to be here today is currently stuck in an airport in San Francisco on his way back from doing some work in Colorado. We had another guy who was meant to be here, but he's currently supporting an application in Austria. And these are mainly SurfX, but some of them are related, mainly the plasma dispensing solutions, but some of them are related also to the SWA platform that we're familiar with and our Chinese customer who we work with. And we support manufacturing lines that have either originated here and moved to Asia or in some cases coming back. We have a growing team of mainly NI developers. We do have a mechatronics team to support us, and we have the cloud team, which I've talked about. We do have a lot of really good new projects coming through here in Sydney. We have a customer who just tried to call me before, but they're putting in a new production line in Sydney, as I said, and we're developing production stations and the data infrastructure. We're working with another local customer here in Macquarie Park, not that far away, who has existing lines in Taiwan, which they're moving to China, and they're building new products here with a view of moving those to China as well. So with all that being said, it's probably no surprise for you to hear that we are actually hiring at the moment. So if you are a person who likes LabVIEW, and I suspect most people here are, and you like the cut of my jib and you like the type of projects that we are working on, please feel free to go to our website, have a look, send in your information. Alternatively, have a chat to me or any of the guys around wearing the, and girls, sorry, wearing the SoftWire shirts. I think there's about 5 or 6 of us here today. Just before I finish off, and I think I've hopefully done it quick enough and no one's made a run for the food yet, I'll just a couple of quick thank yous. I know how much effort the guys in the committee have gone to put on the first event and to put on this event. So thanks very much to, see if I can get this right, Chris, Karina, Brett, Michael, Pete, Stephen, Neil, got it, yes, full set, thank you very much. Also, thanks for our overseas visitors. Thanks Fabiola for coming, thanks Nancy for coming back, thanks for Eli and your team to come out. I really do appreciate you guys here. You have a lot of information that's very useful to us, so we're glad that you can share it with us. Hopefully you get something back from us. We're not a huge community, but I think we do better above our weight, and hopefully you can see that there's a lot of cool stuff happening over here. Thanks also to the guys who have come from overseas. John, I know it's nice for you to come back. Peter, I haven't met you yet, but I'm sure we'll chat soon. Thanks to all the presenters. They really want to make the event happen, and obviously to the community who attends. I really do appreciate the fact that we've butted up again 18 months later, hopefully we have more of these events going forward. Finally, last time we had this event, we all caught up for drinks on the last day. A lot of people had a flight to catch and we didn't really have a proper catch up as such. So I'd like to invite you all to the unofficial drinks event tonight. It's at the Governor Hotel in Macquarie Park. Sorry, some people I keep calling the Grosvenor for some reason. The Governor Hotel in Macquarie Park. For those, for 7 p.m. Okay, it doesn't matter. SoftWire guys will be there at 6:30 in the morning. For those who have come from interstate or overseas, it is close to public transport. You'll be able to catch a train back to the city. If you want to really get deep into the weeds and have a big night out, talk about active framework at 2 o'clock in the morning, which I'm sure we all want to do. For those of you who are DQMH, sorry, we'll all talk about, we're going to talk nothing about DQMH till 1:30, then we talk about active framework. For those of you who are locals, there is parking nearby, so hopefully there's no excuse for not having as many people as we can come and attend. Well, thanks for that. I won't take up any more of your time. Enjoy your lunch. Thanks very much for coming, and I hope to chat to you all later. Bye.